All right, 6:03 this morning on Richmond's Morning News. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on the Voice of Virginia News Radio, WRVA. Hold on a second. I got to fix my headphones here. Be right back, folks. I got to fix this. Hold on just a second. Live radio right here. All right. Now I can hear myself. All right. Sorry, Dave. I plugged into the wrong headphone. Doohickey. Sorry, hold on. I got to fix this. I plugged into the wrong thing. Okay, hold on. You guys just talk amongst yourself. We'll be right back. Yeah, it's live radio. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning. It's Richmond's Morning News. My name is Rich Herrera. I think we're ready to go now. Yeah, now I can hear myself this morning and hear Super Dave. And hopefully I'll hear you coming up at 9:33 during the experiment. All right. I got a lot of different stories today. I tell you, there's days where I come to work and I'm like, what are we going to talk about today? What's really going on today? And then there's days where I can't wait to get here. Today's somewhere right in the middle because I got a bunch of fun stories for you. And I got some stories that might make you mad. But more than anything else, I'm just asking you to let us hang out with you all morning while you get ready for work. And again, we'll have traffic weather for you all morning long as well. Should be a beautiful day here in Richmond after some kind of scary storms of the last few days. Heavy rain last night, lots of thunder and lightning, but today should be absolutely gorgeous. So we'll bring you weather all morning long as well. So let's just get right to it. It's time for Richmond's Morning News Brief. Here's all the stories you need to know to start your day because, again, either you wake up with us or you play catch-up the rest of the day. So here we go. Story number one. Anthony Fauci, is he a hero? Is he a villain? Either way, you look at Dr. Fauci, he's going to the hill. Do you think he walks in with his partner around his neck, just has it like laminated on a string, like, hey, by the way, I got immunity. I can't be prosecuted. You can't do anything against me, Rand Paul. That would be hilarious if he walked in if it wasn't so serious. Listen, you're getting the diaries. I saw this. I saw someone post, those are his innermost thoughts. You can't, that's just wrong for everybody to read his diaries. Like, no. What's wrong is we still don't know what happened, where COVID came from, how it happened, why we had to be 6 feet apart, why we had to wear masks, because we were supposed to, quote unquote, trust the science. And the science was Dr. Fauci. And I still think he has a lot to answer for to the American people. Will he be prosecuted? No. Is he going to end up in jail? No. Will he be tarred and feathered? No. But I think more than anything else, we'll talk about this in the program this morning. I'll get your thoughts on the James River Air text line 833-804-1140. We'll just start with this. What question do you want Dr. Fauci to be asked today? What question would you like to ask Dr. Fauci today? Let us know, 833-804-1140. All right, story number two. Well, we had some quieting and the tensions were starting to just kind of slightly decrease in the Strait of Hormuz, but Iran yesterday, probably around 5 o'clock our time, secret attack against the United States forces, which were repelled. That's not good. If we thought that diplomacy was going to really be able to stop this thing, here's the latest from Fox News. Wow. I just listen. I want negotiations to work. I want peace. I don't want anybody else dying. But boy, is this just um, a quandary because you think that you're getting somewhere diplomatically, and then all of a sudden they start shooting missiles back and forth at each other. I just don't know where this is going to go, and that's why I think Donald Trump is getting pressure from all sides. There's three things that are going to happen. There's only three things that can happen. Either you say we quit, and Iran will be able to one day get their nuke and will control the Strait of Hormuz, or you continue to have these negotiations that seem like we're spinning our wheels. I don't have all the information, but it seems like they just keep saying one thing, doing another, or you go finish the job. None of these are really what anybody wants. I don't think anybody wants to see an Iran with a nuke. I don't think anybody wants to spend all their time being wasted and continue just to have the whole world insecure. And I don't think anybody wants to see anybody die. None of these are good options, but the president's going to have to pick one sooner rather than later. All right, story number 3, closer to home. A Chesterfield school employee was fired, and now she's suing. Remember this? There was I think she was a dean in Chesterfield. She posted something not very nice after Charlie Kirk was assassinated. She was fired. Now she's coming back to sue Chesterfield County and the school district for her dismissal. Here's what I'm going to say. 2 things. Everyone has the right to free speech, but there are consequences that come along with this. But this is a bigger question. Should you be prosecuted? Man, that's the wrong word. Should you be held accountable by your employer for what you post online? Should your employer be able to fire you for what you post online, exercising your free speech? Free speech is government cannot keep you from having the right to free speech, but that doesn't mean in the private sector that you have the right to say anything you want. There's a lot of free speech advocates that have come out for people on the right who've said something and gotten fired. Now this is someone on the left. There's a couple things I think that play into this. Do I want someone like that around children and having anything to do with the education process when you're so callous? And I really question your judgment that you think it's appropriate to post something after the assassination of another human being. That I would question whether you belong to that profession in the first place, being around kids. The second one is, this is a bigger one, should you be able to post whatever you want on your social media accounts and not fear your boss coming after you? That might be worth a discussion this morning on Richmond's Morning News. That's our third story of the morning. Story number 4, hey, UVA, you're picked in the top echelon of the ACC at ACC Media Day. That's our fourth story of the day. All right. ACC Media Days, which means camp is getting going any day now. NFL training camp's already up and running, but the ACC preseason poll came out. Here's what we got. Miami, number 1 ranked by the media that attended ACC Media Day, followed by SMU, Louisville, Clemson, Georgia Tech. UVA's picked to come in 6th this season in the Atlantic Coast Conference, followed by NC State and James Franklin of Virginia Tech at number 8. Those are the top teams as picked in the ACC Media Day poll. Miami, SMU, Louisville, Clemson, Georgia Tech, UVA, NC State, and Virginia Tech. And finally, number 5. Is this a mess around and find out story? There is a bar in Wisconsin that's getting shut down. Do you remember this bar? It's a brewery, actually. Brewery in Wisconsin being shut down. They offered free beer when the president dies. Well, this is karma coming back to bite you. Oh, do you have sound for me? No? Okay. Oh, I thought we had sound from Fox News. All right, I'll tell the story then. So there's a guy in Wisconsin. There's a guy in Wisconsin who has who's got a brewery. And he posted that when the president dies, there'll be free beer for everybody. I'm like, wow, what a jerk. Then after the last one of the, I don't know how many different assassination attempts you've had against Donald Trump, he said, Oh, the marksman, maybe next time or something to that effect. And then everybody's like, hey, that's an awful thing to say. I hate progressive. I hate conservatives. And this is a progressive. I don't know. What a clown. Anyway, because he brought all that scrutiny upon himself, well, now he finds himself in the news for a different reason because he's getting shut down. They're pulling his permits. They're accusing him of bootlegging, he's Wisconsin, bringing in beer from Michigan without paying taxes. So now the revenue folks, the revenuers up there said, bye, see you later. Pulling his permit, shutting him down, and he's vowing to fight on. He's got a GoFundMe page to fight against this so he can fight for the rights of progressives. I got an idea. How about not being a bootlegger and following the laws like everybody else? You got plenty of time to write about how much you hate the president. Maybe now you can find time to actually obey the laws when it comes to bootlegging. Anyway, that's this morning's Richmond's Morning News. All right, it's 6:14 this morning here in Richmond, Virginia. Hope you guys are planning on having a great day. I know I am. We're not going to have the weather that we've had for a couple of days. It's supposed to be sunny, no rain in the forecast till Sunday. So we should be able to get out and enjoy the day. It's going to be in the mid-80s, so that's going to be gorgeous today. Gorgeous today. All right, today's program brought to you by A+ Windows. So my friend Billy Kane, this interesting fellow.